What is going on, everybody? We are doing triceps, hit, and an optional bicep burnout at the end of this workout. It's a pretty big workout, everyone. This is like, it's pushing an hour. So if you rest too long, this can be a doozy. So make sure that you rest as little as you need, but as much as you need all at the same time. Now, I shortened this video by limiting my rest periods, but if you need a rest, feel free to pause this video so you can rest longer. Now, you're going to need some dumbbells, so if you have dumbbells, that's fantastic. If you don't have dumbbells, use trash bags full of stuff from home, use water jugs, or you can just use your body weight for pretty much all of this stuff except the bicep stuff. You're going to need equipment for the bicep work at the end, all right? So we're going to start with narrow push-ups. Narrow push-ups. It's going to be a tricep dominant exercise. Let's go ahead and start. So with the narrow push-ups, you just want your hands close together, and I want you to just really focus on a really good tempo. Focus on pushing through those triceps and getting those triceps to engage as much as possible. Do 10 reps and then rest. We're doing 10 sets of 10, guys. 10 sets of 10 for almost all of these exercises. That's why it's a big, big workout. So get ready to do it again. Going in, 3, 2, 1, go. Give me 10 repetitions. 10 repetitions. Really push through those triceps. Make sure the back is flat. Really engage those triceps during the movement. Go ahead and rest once you finish 10. Get ready for round 3. Going in 3, 2, 1, and start. Something to note about these tricep push-ups. If they're too easy, you can always switch to one-arm push-ups. If they're too hard, just drop your knees to the floor. Works beautifully. If that's still hard, go ahead and rest. You can always do a wall push-up. That works perfectly well. Okay, so just narrow it down to your fitness level or scale it up to your fitness level. It just depends on where you're at. You finish this round, go ahead and rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job. Get ready to go again. Going in 3, 2, 1. Back down on the floor. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and stop the commentary. I'm just going to let you bust out these 10 reps of 10 or 10 sets of 10, and I'll see you in the next exercise. Good job on those push-ups. Go ahead and rest, and then we are going to go into tricep dips. Now, you can use just your body weight. You can add weight to your hips for this. If you have a dip bar at the gym, you can definitely use that. I don't have a dip bar at my personal gym, so I do them this way. And if you wanted to add weight on your hips in this position, you 100% could. If you have a dip bar You would use a dip belt, which works beautifully as well. And again, this is 10 sets of 10. Big, big, big volume here, everyone. The reason why we're doing that is because triceps and biceps, sometimes they just need a little kick in the pants to grow a little bit more, okay? So we really have to challenge this tissue. We really have to put everything that we have into each different pairs of exercises in order to make sure that it sparks some growth and sparks some change, gets toner, gets stronger, gets bigger, whatever your particular goal is. You know, whether your arms get bigger or just toned is going to drastically be dependent on what you're eating and how much you're eating. So that you don't really have to worry about getting bulky from the exercises you're doing. You need to make sure your nutrition's on point and you're either in a fat loss position or you're in a muscle building position or you're in a hybrid of both in order to see those kind of changes with your physique. The training puts you in the best position to grow the tissue so you actually have those arms that you're looking for. So make sure you have a good tempo with this. Again, if you need to add weight, feel free to do that. You can add it on your hips. I don't in the video, but you can. Or if you have a dip bar, just use a dip bar and use a dip belt. All right, so go ahead and do 10 sets of 10, and I will see you on the next exercise. Good job on those dips. We're going to rest and then we're going to switch into tricep extensions. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways. Okay, so I think I end up showing you 4 different ways to do a tricep extension. Depends on if you have body weight or if you have dumbbells or what you have available to you. So this is the body weight version. You start in a plank and then you extend those arms into a high plank. Great tricep exercise. If you want to do all 10 sets of 5 using that, you 100% can. Just keep your back flat and focus on that tricep extension. If you want to switch to a skull crusher, that's what I use for the predominantly for the rest of this video because I have the equipment. You can use jugs of water, grocery bags, dumbbells, barbell, and you can give me 10 sets of 5 with your skull crushers. It works really, really well. I find them to work the best out of pretty much every other tricep exercise you can hope to do besides dips. Dips will always kind of be the king, but this is a fantastic exercise. I'm telling you, if you can have the opportunity to do skull crushers, you're going to see amazing arm development a lot faster than if you don't. So if we can get you some dumbbells or get you some equipment to where you can do skull crushers, that would be my best recommendation as far as this exercise. But the body weight stuff works beautifully as well. You can create a lot of muscle activation, muscle engagement, muscle growth, muscle tone just by doing body weight. And so that will work as well if you don't have dumbbells. So once you finish these 10 sets of 5, we're going to transition into some HIIT stuff. But before that, I want to take an opportunity. I think I'm going to do one more set at the skull crusher level, and then I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to show you 2 different things that you can do. And so once we finish these skull crushers, we're going to switch into, I believe, a ring extension. Great exercise. It really allows you to work your core as well as your triceps. So let me show you what I mean. So you come out, you find some TRX bands or a bar or rings, and you're just doing a tricep extension off of this movement. And that's going to work your abs just as much as it's working your triceps. So I'm a big fan of this movement as well. This is a great body weight exercise. So if you have that kind of equipment, TRX, rings, you can 100% do that. It's going to work fantastically. You're actually also doing a kind of a hybrid of a skull crusher, so you get best of both worlds. And then we have the textbook overhead tricep extension. I'm using a kettlebell in this video, but you can use a dumbbell or a barbell. I mean, anything with weight, really. And so, get creative, use whatever you like, and it's a fantastic exercise to do. It works kind of the long head of the tricep a little bit differently, so you're going to get a really great workout this way. So get creative. Don't feel like you have to do the same thing all 10 sets. If you have the ability to switch it up, just like I do. So, you don't have to be so mundane about it and do the same thing over and over and over again. Feel free to get creative. Feel free to try new things. Feel free to do a couple sets at each of these different stations. Just get creative. All right, so now we're going to rest, and then we're going to switch into some HIIT circuit stuff. All body weight here, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do downward dog jumps, narrow mountain climbers, crab crawls, and reverse planks. And I'll walk you through it. I think we're either doing 2 to 3 rounds of this. Now, downward dog jumps look like this. They're a little like half jumps. If you are unable to jump, that's okay. You can always just step, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Boom. You can always just do this. That works beautifully as well. Neither is wrong. It just comes down to your fitness level. I like to jump. It's going to work your legs and your shoulders. Then we're going to narrow up, and we're going to do narrow mountain climbers. Okay, so narrow mountain climbers is just a fancy way of putting your arms together and then doing mountain climbers. So the movement is the same, it's just your hand angle. And the reason why your hand angle is narrower is because we're wanting to keep those triceps engaged. It is a tricep bicep day, so we even though we're doing HIIT, we still want to feel some emphasis there. So we still want to feel the emphasis in the shoulders, the triceps, and so if you narrow up your grip, you're going to feel that a little bit more. And we're doing 45 seconds at each station, by the way. And then we're going to switch to crab crawls, going all the way back to when you were a kid, just crawling around. A great way to engage and isolate the triceps while keeping your heart rate up. And I mean, it is a full body workout. So like your hips are working, your legs are working, your core is working, your triceps are definitely working. You really got to make sure that they're hanging on for dear life there. And it's a great full body workout. So I highly recommend it. After we finish that, we're going to go into a reverse plank. Reverse planks is just exactly what it sounds like. Boom. You're trying to get your hips off the floor as far as you can. I could probably do a little bit better job of getting my hips higher. And so the reason why this is such a good exercise for your triceps is because they're locked out. They're being contracted the entire time, and there's no rest for them. And so if you think about it, one round of this, 45 seconds at each round, about 5 seconds to transition to the next exercise. So 50 seconds, that's a minute 20 times 2. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds of work on your triceps, and they don't really get to break. They're pretty much being contracted the entire time. So it's a great burnout for the triceps, all right? And it's a great way to kind of hit the heart rate at the same time. So I'm going to leave you to your devices. Finish out these sets, and I'll see you in the bicep section if you choose to do the bicep section. Beautiful job, guys. And we're going to go into biceps. Okay, so rest. We're starting with a superset here, and that's going to be a biceps curl with a Terminator curl. And Terminator curl is just a fancy way of saying an isometric curl, which means you're just not moving. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So start with the bicep curl. You're going to need dumbbells for this. If you don't have dumbbells, but you have a barbell, you could obviously use barbells for this. If you don't have a barbell or a dumbbell, you can always use trash bags full of stuff, grocery bags full of stuff, or jugs of water, whatever. Now, once you finish the standard bicep curls, which is 10 reps, you're just going to hold it there. And the reason why we call it Terminator curls is if you've ever seen the Terminator, he always holds the guns to his side at like a 90-degree angle. So it's kind of a tip of your hat to that movie, if you will. So once you finish that, which is holding it as long as you possibly can, you can rest, and then let's do it again. 10 rounds of 10, guys. So we're back to those 10 sets. And this is a pretty doozy for, pretty big extra superset for the biceps. It's pretty brutal. So because it's a doozy, make sure you rest as needed. If you need to rest a little bit longer than I'm resting in the video, you 100% can. Go into those Terminator curls. We're holding those Terminator curls as long as we possibly can. And the reason why we go to failure on these is because isometric movements spark a lot of change really quickly. So the more we can push the needle with that, the better the outcome is going to be. All right, so you're going to do 10 sets of this. 10 sets of 10 repetitions of the bicep curls, and then as long as you possibly can for the Terminator curls, and you're going to go through that 10 times. And I'll see you in the next bicep exercise. Good job, guys. Big, 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 big superset there. So we're going to finish off with half curls. Now, half curls is exactly what it sounds like. You're doing a bicep curl, but you're only doing half the rep. So you're still going to need the same stuff you were using just a second ago, either dumbbells, barbell, or stuff around the house. And you're not doing a full repetition. You're only doing a half repetition. This is just a really great way to keep the biceps from resting. It literally has no ability to rest at all. And so it's a great burnout. It's very tough to do, especially when you're doing, sets of 30. It's a lot. I believe we're doing 5 sets of 30. That's a lot of repetitions. So make sure that the weight is appropriate to where you can do it properly. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be swaying all over the place. You want to have really good posture and keep everything as controlled as possible. Okay? It's a fantastic way to burn out the biceps and just finish on a really good note. All right? So you're going to do 5 rounds of 30 of these guys, and then you're done. So congratulations on working your ass off. I'm super proud of you. Thank you so much for your hard work. Please go 110% on the intensity, guys. Please do not just coast through these workouts. Give me everything you got, because anything less is a total waste. Give me your 100% best, and I promise you, you will see really good results through these workouts. If you just kind of if you just it, then you're only going to get meh results. So don't do that. Give me your best, and you'll get your best results. All right? I love you. Finish out these sets, and I will see you in the next workout. Please do your very best to work out when I work out and rest when I rest when I rest. It's going to ensure that you get the best workout possible. I love you. We'll talk soon.